You can ignore the part at the bottom because I'm going to talk about how Pieces is masterpiece, but mostly that's trying cheat the YouTube algorithm. Sorry, YouTube, because apparently if you have thumbnails like this, it works. I didn't want this to be an AI thumbnail, so I used their caption and then an actual picture of Pieces, and I made it a bit more red to illustrate blood. That's an axe, by the way. This doesn't matter as if listening to on YouTube, by the way. If you're watching on my Patreon, none of that is any importance whatsoever. Also, I cut myself shaving, so I'm bleeding, but that's fine. It's quite apt for Pieces, which I talked about before on blog, but I figure if I'm doing an Arrow video month, I might as well talk about it again because it's one of my favourite movies, even a movie which I can watch in the background while doing other stuff and still get a lot of enjoyment out of. Pieces is great. It's so much fun. It's just, I think in terms of the ones Arrow's released, I love this sort of movie the most because it's so weird and it's so fascinatingly bizarre, as I have said before, but I'm saying in more detail now, because of the way it's constructed. It's a murder mystery, but it's not much of a mystery. Like, the movie basically tells you who it is from the very first scene and then tries to play it out like a mystery, and then it's not a mystery. It's a bit like in Magazine, they do the same thing, and lots of people were critical about it at the time, but sort of like, it's part of the Giallo sort of mindset where it's like, it's not a mystery because firstly, no one's watching us thinking suspense. I mean, there are some killings, there are some scenes where people die and they're very tense, but at the same time, it's not tensing, oh my god, are they going to survive this? Because you know they're not. It's tensing, all you're creating the sense tension, cinematically, visually, and with sound, but then the actual murders are very, I don't know, some of them are quite disturbing, like chainsaw in the bathroom, which, look, Damien Leone can say he took that from Psycho all he wants, but he really took it from Pieces. I get that Psycho's a better, like, page quote, but, mate, it's so Pieces coded, it's ridiculous. And I think that's the other thing I like about watching Pieces is this renaissance of, like, hardcore slashers, and it's come about with stuff like Terrifier 3 and Terrifier 2 and Terrifier. It's all got its roots in something like Pieces, where it's a movie which is a slasher horror movie on the surface, but it's also really, really, really funny. I mean, one movie can have a gardener named Willard who looks like he's murdered thousands of people in context of the movie, but just never been caught, and he's not guilty of this particular one. And it's so ridiculous, like, police are sort of like, hey, you, and he starts fighting them, and they have to hold him at gunpoint, and then they just casually let him go back to work, because there's not enough evidence to convict him, although there's quite a lot of evidence given the actual movie itself. So it's stuff like that which I really like, because it creates this vibe of chaos, cinematic chaos, and it's the sort of movie Arrow TV should be putting out, where it's just weird. It's just a fascinatingly odd, jumbled movie from a long time ago. No, it's just completely and utterly certifiably insane and fun. I mean, it's not, I would recommend going and see it in cinema if you can. I don't know where you would, maybe a horror festival somewhere, because when I saw it in a crowded cinema, it was one of the best experiences of my life. And they also put Grindhouse movies trailers before it, which made it even better. You know, I think they've done it since at the Abattoir in Wales, but with like commentary over the top of it, which you just want the crowd's vibe. You know, you just want a buzz of a live crowd watching it more than anything else. What I will say though is that it's a movie which is somewhat dated, and I know quite a few of the Arrow ones are, but this one particularly is very, very 80s coded. The plot is complete gibberish, but it's also a great, hilariously dumb plot, and the dialogue is dubbed badly, and they let a college student join the police force and hit for the investigation, and you got that random guy who tries to attack the female lead and gets beat up and goes, oh, me so sorry, chop suey. That's actually what he says, by the way, so, you know, bad chop suey. It's so dumb, and it's only included because this guy was a star of some Bruce Lee style knockoff movies, and he is on contract, so they just threw him into this. And I love stuff like that. It's why I try and do my own stuff, where it's like, it's a joke within a joke within a joke. It's not funny, but also so dumb it's kind of funny, and so random. And it's what you get with independent movies where they'll throw stuff like that in because it's like, why not? Just, you know? And Pieces is really, really, really fun in parts. I mean, there's obviously Willard. There's that ridiculous scene at the start where a woman roller skates into a glass mirror. There's that insane flashback at the start, which makes it so only one person can actually be a killer. But my favourite part about Pieces is, my personal theory is, this is continuity to the Saw franchise. Because Jigsaw, Pieces, Jigsaw. Like, come on, it's perfect. The idea of John Kramer, of what's his name, Wendell. The idea of Wendell growing up and becoming a police officer who hunts down Jigsaw. Oh, that's brilliant. You could get a guy in it. You could get like a senior actor playing the role. Oh, that'd be amazing. Because, oh man, I just love this movie. It's dumb, it's violent, it's over the top, and then it still has some really fantastically choreographed like kill sequences, like the waterbed, just the way the killer's framed when they're at the gym aerobic session, and that woman, and he's framed from the door. That iconic chainsaw sequence, the bit at the end where like he's finally caught, and then they reveal what he's been making throughout the whole movie. It's just brilliant. Yeah, so I definitely recommend this. It's on Arrow, Arrow streaming. I actually also have it on 4K, which, oh man, I think I watched it in the original dubbing, or watched the Spanish version once. Oh, it was amazing. It was so good. So yeah, and I definitely recommend this if you get a chance. It's one of my favourite slasher Gowan movies from that time period. Highly recommended.